సత్యనారాయణ హలో,
నమస్కారం సార్.
నమస్తే. నమస్తే.
నమస్తే
సార్. గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్. మురళీకృష్ణ సార్.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్.
సార్ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్. ఐసీఎన్ రాజు సార్.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్, వెరీ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ అండి.
బ్రహ్మారెడ్డి గారు నమస్కారం. నమస్కారం.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్. బ్రహ్మారెడ్డి సార్.
నమస్తే సార్.
నేను ఒకసారి
ఏఎస్ఎన్ రాజు గారు, ప్రమోద్ కుమార్,
ఎం రాజేశ్వరరావు గారు. గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్.
ఆయన సార్ కంటిన్యూస్ గా ఉన్నాడు 3:30 నుంచి.
అవును అవును సార్. ఈ మధ్య
చాలా ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఇవాళ చాలా ప్రోగ్రామ్స్.
ఎస్ సార్.
ఆర్ యూ ఏబుల్ టు హియర్ మీ అండి?
ఎస్ సార్.
వెరీ మచ్ సార్, వెరీ మచ్ సార్, హియరింగ్ యూ.
ఓకే. లోపల
Some echo is there, sir. You are audible, but some echo is there.
మొబైల్ డిస్టర్బెన్స్.
సార్ మొబైల్లో కూడా లాగిన్ అయినట్టు.
నా మొబైల్ ఆపేసా ఇప్పుడు. నా స్క్రీన్ కనిపిస్తుందా?
సార్
వస్తుంది సార్, వస్తుంది, కానీ స్క్రీన్ ఇది చేయాలి, ఎన్ఆర్ చేయండి స్క్రీన్.
చేస్తాను. ఇప్పుడు
ఓకే సార్.
సార్ సెక్రటరీ సార్, స్టార్ట్ చేద్దామా? Sir, secretary sir has to join and our convener Moinuddin has to join.
నేనున్నా సార్, ఐఎమ్ హియర్.
సార్ మొయినుద్దీన్ గారు వచ్చారా సార్? మొయినుద్దీన్
ఆయన
మరి ఎవరు, మీరే చదువుతారా?
లేకపోతే ఇప్పుడు ఎవరికి పంపిస్తాం? ఇప్పుడు గజనానికి పంపించవచ్చు కావాలంటే, చదువుతారంటే గజనానికి పంపించవచ్చు. పంపించమంటారా?
కాల్ చేయండి సార్, చదువుతానంటే పంపిద్దాం.
అరే ఒకసారి గజానానికి పంపించమని చెప్పది. ప్రొఫైల్
బ్రీఫ్ చేయండి సార్.
సార్ ప్రొఫైల్ చదువుతారా? హలో
హలో
సార్ గజానన్ గారు.
హలో
శ్రీనివాస్ వెంకట సుబ్బయ్య గారు, గజానన్ గారు has agreed to read the profile, sir.
Okay, sir.
Right. Sir, shall I start, sir?
Yes, sir.
Good evening to one and all. Today is the World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development. The theme is unleashing the power of engineers to advance the sustainable development goals. We thank the keynote speaker for today, Professor Dr. I.V. Muralikrishna Garu. He is basically Dr. Raja Ramanna Distinguished Fellow of DRDO in India. Thank you very much, sir, for your presence in this day and also being the keynote speaker for the World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development. I also invite the chairman of the Institute of Engineers, Dr. G. Venkat Subbai Garu, and the convener of the event, Professor Dr. Mohammad Mohiuddin Garu. Also invite the past immediate president and former SDG Engineer Brahma Reddy Garu, past governing council member and past chairman Dr. ISN Raju Garu. We also have few of the important personalities who are attending this event: Dr. D. Adinarayan Garu, Dr. P.S. Nagu Garu, Narmada Madam, Pramod Kumar Garu, Dr. Gajanan Garu is the council member, production, Rajeshwar Rao Garu, Mandava Rajeshwar Rao Garu, Rama Bulsu Garu, Srinivas Garu. Now, with this, I would request the chairman of the Institution of Engineers, Telangana State Center, Dr. G. Venkat Subbai Garu, to preside over the event. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, sir. Dr. K. Sitaram Babu garu. Respected keynote speaker, Professor Dr. I.V. Muralikrishna, FIE, Dr. Raja Ramanna, Distinguished Fellow, DRDO, India, Engineer B. Brahma Reddy, immediate past chairman, IA Telangana State Center, Dr. K. Sitaram Babu, FIE, Honorary Secretary, IA Telangana State Center, Professor Dr. Mohammad Mohiuddin, FIE, Committee Member, IA Telangana State Center, and convener of today's event, Dr. ISN Raju, Council Member, IEI, Dr. S. Gajanana, Member of IA Telangana State Center, Rajeshwar Rao Garu, Corporate Member, Narmada, Dr. D. Adinarayana, Pramod Kumar Garu, Dr. P.S. Nagu, and other invitees. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. Today, I feel it is a great privilege and honor to be amidst this August gathering and extend a warm and hearty welcome to the keynote speaker and all of you for this webinar on the important day, that is World Engineers Day for Sustainable Development. Today, I am very happy to be associated with this memorable event. I wish to inform that the Institution of Engineers India Telangana State Center is organizing World Engineers Day for Sustainable Development today, that is the 4th March 2025. The theme is Unleashing the Power of Engineers to advance the Sustainable Development Goals. And the keynote speaker is Professor Dr. I.V. Murali Krishna, FIE, Dr. Raja Ramanna, Distinguished Fellow, DRDO. And he is going to deliver a lecture on unleashing the power of engineers to advance the Sustainable Development Goals. Now I want to briefly inform you about World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development. UNESCO celebrates World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development 2025 with an event on 4th March at its headquarters in Paris. The theme of this year's celebration is Unleashing the Power of Engineers to Advance the Sustainable Development Goals. UNESCO is dedicated to elevating engineering capacities while celebrating the inspiring achievement of women and young people who are reshaping the field. By showcasing how youth are taking on contemporary engineering challenges and how professional engineers are shattering gender-based stereotypes, UNESCO aims to inspire the next generation of engineers. This year's World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development focuses on how engineers can contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals, that is SDGs. So on World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development, UNESCO and the World Federation of Engineering Organization, WFEO, will convene an event at UNESCO headquarters in Paris, organized under the umbrella of the International Decade of Science for Sustainable Development. The global gathering will bring together policymakers, leading scientists, engineers, industry representatives, and international organizations to explore the transformative role of engineering in advancing the SDGs. Through expert panel discussions, the event will highlight engineers' contribution to shaping policies for sustainable development, strengthening capacities, addressing gender disparities in the field, and advancing digital transformation, energy solutions, and infrastructure development. The event will also showcase the results of the World Engineering Day Hackathon, celebrating youth-driven innovations. The winners of the Hackathon on Engineering to be announced at the event. The World Federation of Engineering Organization, a long-lasting partner of UNESCO, coordinates these celebrations each year, including a hackathon where engineering students work in teams to develop solutions that contribute to sustainable development. UNESCO and WFEO collaborate to advance engineering as a cornerstone for sustainable development. Examples of collaboration includes Africa Engineering Week and WFEO's contributions to the UNESCO report Engineering for Sustainable Development, delivering on the Sustainable Development Goals. World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development, and this is the brief information I want to give, and I think all of you are anxiously awaiting to listen from our keynote speaker. I limit myself by extending once again a hearty welcome for all of you and this keynote speaker on behalf of the Telangana State Center and myself. So now I request Dr. S. Gajanana, committee member, to introduce our keynote speaker, Engineer I. Murali Krishna Garu.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Please.
Respected Chairman, IE Center, Telangana Center, Honorable Secretary C. Dr. Sitaram Babu Garu, and today's chief guest and speaker, Professor Dr. Murali Krishna, IV Garu. I deem it a privilege to introduce the eminent speaker of today's program, Professor Dr. Murali Krishna V. Iyenki from the Premier Institute of Indian Institute of Science, IISc Bangalore. He is presently Dr. Raja Ramana Distinguished Fellow at the Defense Research and Development Organization, India. And he served as Assistant Professor in IIT Madras during 1976 to 1979. Senior Scientist and Head of Marine Application Division, National Remote Sensing Agency, Indian Space Research Organization during 1979 to 1987. Professor and founder, Head of the Center for Spatial Information Technology at Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University during 1990 to 2008. And he was the Director of JNT University Research and Development Center during 2005-2008. The National Coordinator for the Geospatial Public Health, which is the National Networking Government of India project. He is the Professor and Founder Head of the Center for Spatial Information Technology, CSIT, at Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University during 1990 to 2005, and Director of Research and Development Center during 2005 to 2008. He did his PhD from Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore, and MTech from IIT Madras. He has guided and co-guided more than 26 PhDs and 152 MTech scholars, MCA scholars, and MSc, MS in the area of geospatial technology and data analytics and environmental management. He has served as a guest scientist at German Space Research Institute and GKSS Research Center. His present research focuses on hyperspectral remote sensing image classification and geospatial public health management and geospatial technology applications, and the National Coordinator for Geospatial Public Health, which is National Networking Government of India project. He has published more than 50 papers in peer-reviewed journals and about 80 papers in national and international conferences. He has authored 2 books on climate change and weather modification technologies in 2008 and environmental management, climate change, and contributed 3 chapters in the publication. Sir, thank you very much. Sir, Chairman, sir, over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. S. Gajanan Garu. Now I request Professor Dr. I.V. Murali Krishna Garu to speak on this occasion. Sir, please, sir.
Thank you, Chairman Garu. Chair, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chairman Garu, for a nice introduction about the World Engineering Day. And thanks, Dr. Gajanan, for a very elaborate introduction of mine. It is my proud privilege to greet all eminent people, Dr. Brahmareddy Garu, Srinivas Garu, Sitaram Babu Garu, I Satyanarayana Raj Garu, and all other important persons who have assembled today. And I consider it a great privilege to share some of my views. I would like to just address some of the issues for about 20 to 25 minutes time. And because this is a very elaborate topic requiring a lot of, in terms of coverage of the incidents, etc., how the engineering profession and how the main idea of unleashing the power of engineers to advance the sustainable development goals attains significance. I need not talk today about the importance of the Sustainable Development Goals, which are 17 and formulated by United Nations. So the goals, each has got its own merit, and people from different parts of the world are working, and engineers certainly are playing a very important role. Are you seeing my screen? Yeah. So first question is, what is the power of engineers to advance these things and how to unleash it? That is one of the important issues. And I just don't want to say, read everything, but I want to specifically mention 1 or 2 specific issues here, because otherwise I may exceed my time of 20-25 minutes. So the key aspect when we're talking about the engineer and engineering, the engineering education, engineering profession involves specifically most important component is innovation, because innovation is the key for any sort of development. Then these could be in the area of by taking the sustainable development goals 1 to 17. For example, take 9, 11, infrastructure and urban development happens to be one of the issues. And the other thing is clean water and sanitation, which has got, specifically the Sustainable Development Goal 6. So while talking about these issues, I think it's not moving forward. Yeah. While what is the power of the engineers here as we are continuing, whether in terms of climate action, food security, etc., and where these things happen, because there are several aspects, as I can see, whether it is climate or in terms of infrastructure, water, sanitation, or in terms of climate action and economics like circular economy and all these things. Each one has got a specific role, contribution of the sustainable development goals from 1 to 17. That is what exactly is the issue. While we talk about these issues, how we can take these things forward is just a brief, what we call a summary. I would like to put it here. While talking these specific issues, education happens to be one of the very important issues, and policies are very important issues, and collaboration with industry, academia, and government are very significant issues. These are all specifically how do you unleash the power of engineers for sustainable development, which is the main theme of the program for today. While talking about these specific issues, just to mention some of the important issues, while taking care of the overall significance. Let us just take digital transformation, which is one of the very key aspects today. And the grassroots innovation, community engagement, and knowledge exchange happens to be one of the very, very significant aspects today while we are talking about any sort of developmental activity. How engineers can drive sustainable development goals. For example, here we are talking in terms of water purification and treatment. I'm just trying to briefly mention what is a significant contribution of engineering profession. Engineers have contributed in terms of addressing the specific goals of sustainable development. Here I'm addressing as a specific case of Sustainable Development Goal 6 for clean water and sanitation. We are seeing water purification and treatment, then wastewater management, water conservation, then other issues like sanitation. They all come here in a significant manner. So this is one of the important issues wherein the engineers have contributed the significant goal. So we are just talking so far to last 2-3 slides showed you a very, very general application of sustainable development goals that are achieved through the innovation, through the research, through the practice of the engineers. But I just want to, these are need not be global examples. I think there are certain definitely what you call as important Indian examples. I was just looking into the Indian examples. I thought it's my duty to quote where Indian engineers in India have achieved towards the sustainable development goals. So, for example, the Bamboo Initiative is very, very popular. Sustainable Development Goal 15, and somebody who is interested, they can see the Guardian article in the website, because how the villagers are capitalized bamboo resources, how do they generate a profit, how do they improve the quality of the life, and this is one very good example of how they could achieve a specific issue in a much more meaningful manner. Apart from that, there is one important thing. I think it's Reliance. Reliance Foundation has done enormous work on a holistic approach to developing the sustainable development goals, and it has documented in a wonderful manner what are the issues that could be addressed by the engineering community under their direction. So that is one particular issue to be handled. So one more case, I come from global to national level. Let us come to the state of Telangana here. So what is the contribution that has been made by the engineering profession, engineers in one or two areas? So this is one example here. Agriculture scientists and technical people collaborated to implement the agriculture technologies. These specifically help to enhance the agriculture yield and also, ensure food security in the context of climate change as a means of climate change adoption and failure of the crops, droughts occurring, and in the context of disaster risk reduction. These are one of the very, very significant examples that could be demonstrated in this particular state of Telangana, what happened here, and how the technical profession has helped. Okay, this is what is happening. Now I would like to address two important components. What is the traditional knowledge we had and how the engineers have tried to utilize that knowledge, and the senior engineers, the past engineer, technical knowledge people, how it developed the knowledge and later it is utilized. That is traditional knowledge. The other one is the state-of-art deep technology. So there are we are in the era of deep tech era. How do we address the problems in a deep tech era? And what was the background in traditional, in the past, and how the traditional Indian knowledge has empowered the engineers to solve some of the social problems particularly. Let us take one example. For water conservation, this is a very good example that has done in traditional knowledge in what we call as in Gujarat state, if I remember correctly. So that means essentially engineers, let me say, engineers are one of the key enablers for all these things for sustainable development by integrating technology innovation and also responsible professional engineers and also collaboration with all the people in the same community, in different communities also. This challenge here is to empower the engineers in terms of education, funding, appropriate policies, and interdisciplinary partnerships, so that they could create a very good impact on education. That was the specific issue while talking about it. See, the great example, as you have seen here, is water conservation, how they have created the impact on the society, because this project is such as in Rajasthan and Gujarat, increased the groundwater recharge as well as provided sustainable water solution for rural communities. And also it helped to reduce dependence on major water infrastructures like large dams and other things. This is what has been done using the Jugaad innovation by constructing appropriate engineering structures in the villages. That was the plus point to be addressed here. This is what exactly I'm saying. Impact on society, I already told you, increase the groundwater recharge provided by sustainable. So why it matters for engineers? This initiative bridges ancient wisdom with modern engineering, showcasing how sustainable water management can be achieved through some sort of localized, climate resilient infrastructures. That was the specific issue that could be addressed in specific terms in a much more meaningful manner. So these examples show how the traditional Indian knowledge has guided engineers in developing sustainable management practices, solutions, etc. So water management, waste management, etc. And these specific issues have attained very good significance and validity. So what we have seen so far is ultimately where these things are leading and how the old traditional knowledge has been utilized, particularly in the rural areas, and how the engineering professionals have helped them in terms of encashing, utilizing the knowledge what has been derived from through the traditional practices. So now we are in a different era. We talk about deep tech. This area of AI, we have got technological, what you call as explosion. See, what the technology is increasing and enhancing in an exponential manner, whereas the utilization of the technology is not commensurate with the way the technology has been developed. That is one of the major drawbacks, according to me. But the tools of the technology in which the engineering professionals from different branches have developed the services, the code, the applications, the validity, the testing, the prototyping, and marketing, whatever products, processes are in terms of how do you satisfy the customers and how do you get the business development. These are all happened in a period of the time because the industry 4.0. We are in industry 4.0 era now for the last, let us say, 10 to 15 years, whereas industry 3.0 is talking about 50 years back, and industry 1 and 1.0 and 2.0 were prevalent during the last 200 years. And those are the responsible things that have provided the traditional knowledge, which I just glanced through during the last 10 minutes time, wherein the engineer have done human service in utilizing that particular knowledge. So here we are talking about the artificial intelligence, which is the key. There is a saying that is artificial intelligence is going to remove all the jobs. No, artificial intelligence will not remove the jobs, but artificial intelligence will remove those people who do not know artificial intelligence. That means each engineer, each technocrat, each scientist, each worker at various levels, depending on those things, will get influenced by the AI tools in one way or other, depending on their level of the working, level of the knowledge, level of the interpretation, level of the application. So while doing these things, sustainable development goals could be addressed by enabling what you call as the efficiency and significantly automation and the scalability. There are two important aspects. One is efficiency, and the second one is the scalability in addressing the problems. That is what exactly the major role of the engineer is: automation. And the design thinking principle says it is what is needed is technology pull. So while technology pull provides the need of the society, then automation and scalability happens to be the most significant components that are needed. So I'm addressing same clean water sanitation, which was solved earlier using traditional knowledge, and today AI and robotics are helping. AI-driven water quality monitoring has become a very established practice because the IoT sensors through the tools of AI are able to analyze the water quality in a real-time manner and also detect any contaminants if they are present, and also what is the pattern of the pollution. So, for example, there is very popular known as the Google. Google has developed an AI model to detect water pollution hotspot using the satellite remote sensing imagery. So, use the remote sensing imagery, use the tools of machine learning and deep learning for processing the satellite imagery and identify the spots of the hotspots of pollution. That is what exactly is the contribution of the AI-driven water quality model. Then robotics are there today for water purification. See, autonomous robots are being designed. They can clean the polluted water bodies and also adopt what is the other one is desalination of the seawater things. I think many of people know about the ClearBot, which is being utilized in northeastern states to remove the plastic waste from the lakes and also from the coastal areas off the Bengal coast. So AI and robotics have come for a meaningful manner. What is needed, what is significant in all these aspects. So today AI is also helpful in what you call as carbon footprint application and waste management and also waste collection to reduce the carbon emissions. The important aspects of today, the examples of utilization of AI are enormous. So whatever has been done earlier, today the technology is penetrating in a rapid manner so that the things become much more adaptable, scalable, and also automated. These are the three important aspects of the deep technology. So the carbon footprint reduction, one of the very, very significant aspects today, the global warming, is how AI can be used for carbon footprint reduction. Because these AI models predict the carbon emissions and also recommend the mitigation strategies. And AI can also help. One more area is called as precision agriculture. The precision agriculture means site-specific agriculture could be done. And the other aspect is AI-driven robots, which are harvesting the crop and also they reduce the food waste and improve the efficiency. So there are several examples in different parts of the country in India, in northern states, in southern states of Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, where the agricultural robots are contributing I don't say everywhere it is being done, but certainly the technology has been well established and people are slowly adopting the tools in a much more significant and utilizable manner. While doing these things, what is exactly is one of the important innovations is of AI. Example is the Google has done, because the deep tech technology tools, most important deep tech technology tools like artificial intelligence and robotics certainly help the amplify, I will say amplify the power of engineers, because meeting the sustainable development goals in a reasonable manner, in reasonably faster manner, in an efficient manner, the deep tech is going to contribute significant, because so far deep tech has been proved in a pilot mode and in certain modes, in certain places in an elaborate manner. So the tools of AI and robotics will help the engineer to meet the sustainable development goals, either for data collection or real-time prediction or early warnings. What you are seeing here is a significant aspect of how AI has been used for flood prediction. A civil engineer working hydrologist, the most important thing for him is the flood prediction, which also happens to be the sustainable development goal, part of sustainable development goal 6 as well as 13. So the needs of the society in terms of the prediction of the flood, maintenance of the flood, and monitoring the flood and managing the flood are desirable, feasible, and viable with the technology. Because the technology of Google AI for flood protection helps you data collection, real-time prediction, as well as early warnings. This has got a significant impact in a different parts of the world. You can see it has been covered in around almost 80 countries, and it helps in millions of people. And the Google or some of the United Nations people say it is going to be a game changer, the AI flood production model, because it is helps in terms of climate engineering and artificial intelligence strategy, and also the significance of the scalability and cost effectiveness. This happens to be one of the most important aspects for anyone, for any aspect in handle, because scalability and what you call as adaptability are very, very important. Because it's not enough if you do a particular study at a particular place and it's confined to that area. It has to be scalable at any point of the time. Because automation, these are all some of the important issues here, basically, while we are talking about the issues. So significantly, now we'll say how engineers automate the augment these services. So now we have come to a significant aspect of my thinking is how engineering, this is what I just tried to, specifically apply here, because we are talking about how do you, unleash the power of the engineers in advancing the tools of SDG. Before that, how the engineers, is a very important aspect. So basically, the engineers the engineers. That is what exactly issue. So engineers means prepares. Engineering means the preparation, and engineer is the profession. The same word carries three different meanings here, because engineering cultivates basically a problem-solving mindset. That is how we could say how an engineer can unleash the potential. How do the issue of the unleash the potential of engineer is imbibed in his ability in problem solving, and also innovation, creativity, and also he creates more engineers. That means that's what engineering means, designs. And ultimately, these things significantly alter very, very significant aspects in terms of automation. Because today we said automation. Automation is again coming to the automation and augmentation. AI, robotics play a very, very significant role, which we just talked about here. And even the civil engineers who are structural engineers, I have given an example of structural engineers here, use the AI-powered stress simulators for design and the testing of the, I think it is materials without any physical prototypes. That is possible today because of the tools of AI, wherein data analytics, diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, prescriptive analytics, they are playing a very, very significant contribution. So engineering creates more engineers. That's what it is. How it creates, because the most important thing is knowledge sharing. Knowledge sharing in engineering leads to what you call as better training and mentorship. These are very, very significant aspects, and they are going to make the engineer future ready. That is what exactly I would say. How do you make the engineer future ready? Because engineers have to adapt to the changing technologies, new technologies. Like example, AI, and tomorrow quantum computing is coming, nanotechnology is there. They are not confined to any specific discipline. All these emerging technologies, we cannot say AI is applicable only to computer science. There is no area, domain, field, specialization, task in which AI has no application. AI has no role. So quantum computing is going to be much more enhanced. Whatever is not possible today using machine learning and deep learning, wherein you cannot handle larger data sets, quantum computing is going to enhance these capabilities in a much more significant manner. And of course, nanotechnology is, everybody knows how it is going to change it. Because that means this engineering profession imbibed with the new data, deep technology fosters what you call as a cyclical mindset of continuous learning. Not only continuous learning, it is also interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary solutions. That means, let me say that engineers doesn't just build solutions. It builds engineers who can handle future challenges. An engineer builds the solutions. That is only one aspect. But engineer also builds engineers who can handle in terms of specific issues like future challenges. So this is what is the specific issue. That means engineering is self-evolving. A field like artificial intelligence is on top of self-evolving, because you feed the data and it gets trained, learn, predicts, prescribes. But same thing, engineer also is he gets basic education, goes to the field and tries to evolve, understand, get trained in a what you call a self-evolving field, and and also refines in his own manner. So that means it pushes engineer to smarter, create better, and adapt faster, ultimately ensuring that engineering remains the driving force of education. So this is what exactly is the engineering only providing solutions is the engineering providing only opportunities for the engineering profession or to solve a particular problem? No. AI is transforming also the engineering education. That means the challenge of engineering today, engineers today, right from education, learning, application, adaptation, field orientation. So that means AI is revolutionizing engineering education by making learning more personalized, accessible, and efficient. That is what exactly is one of the very, very significant aspects of the technology. Because how AI is transforming. So it's not the education has to, somebody has to go to the class, sit from morning to evening, etc. Not that they're important. Apart from that, a student, a bright student, a slow learning student has got his own channel to learn as per the requirement, so that AI powered adaptive learning platforms becomes helps the students strengths and also weakness. And there are so many tools, examples here, which, this particular program, I can give examples for hours together when I see the importance of AI, how it is transforming the education. Because the design and creativity tools are one of the important tools today, because the age of innovation, and AI assists the computer people through the computer, all professional, all branches of engineers in a significant manner. And how AI is transforming issues is what, particularly when we say in a final thought, let me tell you final thought, AI is not replacing engineers. It is enhancing the learning and creativity. By integrating AI into education, future engineers will learn faster, gain hands-on experience, collaborate globally, innovate efficiently. So on this day of engineering, how engineering, World Engineering Day, while we talk about it, what are the inputs that are coming up? And all these things are contributing to the growth of the, adaptation of sustainable development goals in a much more meaningful manner. So that means, please let us understand that AI is not replacing, AI will not do everything. But unless we train the system, we have to train an engineer, an efficient, knowledgeable engineer has to train the system with appropriate data. Then it will execute a task which I already said, either analysis, prediction, or prescription. So in terms of the learning and creativity, there is an enormous opportunity for the engineer today by utilizing the tools of the technology. Because engineers can innovate, faster, engineers can tackle very, very simple, complex problems with the support of AI. That is what exactly is issue. So we have got three things: our goals of sustainable development goals, then the 17 goals, the tools of technology, deep technology, artificial intelligence, robotics, quantum computing, which is emerging, and the basic innovative capability of the engineer. They all get converged into a form to deliver the product, the process, and to make the society a much more meaningful manner. So it is the institution of engineers today is committed to, I'm sorry, I have written 2 times, sorry, by mistake. The Institute of Engineers is committed to engineering the engineers. That is what exactly is happening under the able chairmanship of Venkata Subbaiah Garu, and for past chairman, eminent people who are Brahma Reddy Garu, Satyanarayana Raju Garu, all other people, and Honorable Secretary Sitaram Raju Garu, and the convener of the program, Dr. Mohiuddin Garu. These are all the tools, the works they are doing, are going to provide engineers a very powerful tool in terms of the deep technologies, and to meet the needs of the society, and helping to unleash the power of engineers to advance the sustainable development goals. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I.V. Murali Krishna garu. So you have given very excellent lecture, sir. How engineers play an important role towards the sustainable development. And you have given clearly three different meanings of engineers. What is engineering and what is the real meaning of engineers? Then how engineers are going to work towards sustainable development goals involving artificial intelligence in robotics, automation, quantum physics, etc. So your lecture is very nice, sir. I extend my sincere and profound thanks for you for accepting to give this lecture on this important day, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Now I request Dr. K. Sitharam Babu garu to propose a vote of thanks. Sir, Sitharam Babu garu.
Yes, sir. It's in, I'm unmuted, sir.
Sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Professor Dr. I.V. Murali Krishna garu, such a wonderful lecture, sir. Also thank the chairman of the Institute of Engineering, Dr. G. Venkat Subbaiah garu, and the convener of the event and the committee member of the civil discipline, Professor Dr. Mohammad Mohiuddin garu, for making this event a reality, sir. This is basically a webinar that has been conducted on World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development. I thank some of the prominent figures who are not part of the earlier starting of the session, and they've joined later. I acknowledge their presence: Dr. S.P. Anchuri garu, Sriram garu, Anmanchari garu, Arvind garu, Dr. D. Adinarayan garu, Dr. P.S. Nagu garu, Dr. Sheikh Sepi garu, C. Vijay Prasad garu, Gokul Raj garu, Srinivas garu, Sriram garu, B. Rama garu, and Pavni garu. Thank you very much, sir, for having come and made this event a grand success, sir. Before we wind up, sir, the formality is that we have to stand up for the national anthem, sir. Please appreciate everybody to stand up for the national anthem. Thank you.
Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladhi Taranga तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Good night. Sorry, I disturbed. Giant.